At last, after months of planning, CMA Taupo chapter is heading north while everyone else is heading south down to the Burt. Yeah, hi everybody, I'm Goose. Welcome to my channel, Loose with Goose. Heading north, day one of the Northland trip. We're picking up the pics just after Tokoroa, heading north, and our first stop is going to be at Tirau. We left Wairaki and just the 4 bikes at the moment because Di had some trouble with the phone and lost the phone, so they whipped home to pick it up and they're going to meet us at Tirau. So there's the Timber Museum. That's not very far out of Patararu, and a great little visit if you're up that way. We're coming down to the village of Patararu now. A little farming community, farming town that services a wide area. It's quite a bustling, go-ahead little town. So heading out of Patararu, and as I say, the next stop is Tirau, just through the rolling Waikato countryside. Some very nice scenery up through here, and we're only about 20 minutes away. Big major intersection here, just as the road goes out to Rotorua, or goes through for Auckland and points north. Just take a bit of care. There's been a few accidents here with people being a bit edgy. And under the little railway bridge, little iconic bridge there, you know, you're just around the corner up the hill and you're into the township of Tirau. We're down the main road, main street we are here, and it seems to be mainly cafes and antique stores. But the iconic thing about Tirau is the ram and the sheep and the heading dog on the right hand side there. There are businesses in there, but on the heading dog there, that's the information centre and there's public toilets, etc. So into the BP we go, and that's the first top up and a stretch for us. And also Gary and Di will be catching up with us and joining us here as well. There's Gary and Di, they've caught up with us, and Di's probably going to kill me for this, but she had the phone on board all the time, so she got a fair bit of ribbing over that. But, onwards and upwards we go. So the next stop we've got is at Bombay, just on the top of the Bombay deviation there, before we take our run up through Auckland. So great roads and good countryside as we go up through the Waikato. And here we're going along with the Lake Karapiro and the mighty Waikato River on our left hand side there. Beautiful little piece of scenery as we ride through this, and a good piece of road as well. Lake Karapiro is a training ground and playground for a lot of our top athletes. the elite athletes of New Zealand, the world champions and gold medalists, Olympians, etc. All train here, and they really made this place their home. So here we are, just coming into Hamilton off the expressway, and we won't be shooting much of going through there, but I did include this because everyone's starting to do the old rumba. The seats on the sports bikes aren't as good as like I'm riding a boulevard, and the seats are absolutely superb on them. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see them do a little dance. And then it's back on the motorway, which is heading through for Bombay. An interesting feature here is you'll notice up on the right-hand side there, the poles up through there. Well, I've been told, and I haven't got to verify it, but that's a representation of the Taniwha there, which welcome you into the area. There's a great shot of the team there in the rear view mirror coming through behind us, so we'll pull over and let them go through, and I'll introduce them. There's Gary and Di, he's our chapter leader on a Triumph Tiger. There's Lance, he's on a V-Strom. There's Pine Tree and Liesel, they're on a Yamaha M10. And there's Dreadnought and Michelle on the FJR. And of course, if you have a look in the mirrors there, you'll see a little grey Pulsar, silver grey Pulsar. That's my wife Helen, and she's doing backup for us for the trip, which is absolutely marvellous. The bikes aren't overloaded with luggage. So we bypassed a lot of the smaller towns that we normally go through, Ngārawahia and Huntly, Mercer, and the past Medi. But here we are at the on the Bombay Hills, coming up on the deviation now, and not too far from our first stop. And there it is. We've been waiting for this to come up. Everyone's getting a bit tired and thirsty and hungry. So this is the service centre at the top of the Bombay Hills. So it's a good chance we'll have a stretch and something to eat and a drink, and we'll give the bikes a bit of a go juice and get on then with the next part of our journey. But the services here are very good. Can't complain at all. And they're very helpful and a good smile. There's lunch. And back on the road again we go. And unfortunately at this stage we lost Helen. As we went, she was right behind us, but then she got caught up with a couple of old tractors and trailers and a stream of traffic behind them, and we didn't catch up with her, or she didn't catch up with us again until the other side of Kumingu. So there we are. You can tell we're in Auckland. There's the Sky Tower out to the left of us there. Out to the right of us. That's my other left. And now swinging into our exit towards Helensville. This goes out on the western motorway. And here we are coming into Kumingu. again, it's changed a lot. It's been a lot of years since I was up through this way, and we again, as you can see, there's just 2 bikes there now. Again, the traffic just chopped us up, so we carried on till we found the guys, and they were all just parked up by this vineyard, which looks like they've got a jazz section or a jazz festival going on today. And this is where Helen finally caught up with us. There she is. And onwards we go now towards Helenville. This is typical of the Northland scenery and of the riding actually. Nice sweepers, roads in pretty good condition, and some pretty good scenery as well. So we're just coming now into the approaches to Helensville around this nice little sweeper, and we're into the main street. We found that the weather up here was very humid, and both Lance and I peeled off another layer, much to the amusement of everybody out in the middle of the street, but when needs must. But here's Lance on his V-Strom now, and we're just heading off now for Warkworth, for Warkworth, and then on to Mungafai. So if you have a look on the right hand side, that looks like the old Odeon Picture Theatre, which is now an antique shop or bric-a-brac. And up here is the old Grand Hotel, a beautiful old building. And there's the main entrance to it there. While we had our break there, we were told of a viewing station or a viewing platform further up. So we headed up for there to have a bit of a look and just have a look at the mighty Kaipara Harbour. There on the left you can just glimpse the first tentacles of tidal streams that are coming out from it, and of course the mangroves that go along with it. So we pulled into the parking area here and had a good look around, a wee stretch, and took a few photos. There's the Kaipara Harbour out there. It's quite a large body of water. But, there's quite a few myths and stories about the Kaipara. But while we were there, we were told of another lookout a bit further up the road, so we thought we might stop there and have a look there, get a slightly different viewpoint of it. Here's the viewing platform here. Great outlook from over there, not just on the Kaipara, but a lot around the countryside as well as. Here's a few of the local lads out for a Sunday ride. And good on them too, they've got some cracking roads up here to ride. As you can see here, we're following a ridge along, so there's been great views out both sides, and there's the sign for Wellsford there, and another bustling little town. We had a quick stop here, but I got chopped up in the traffic, and pedestrians and the other guys went on, and then I had a little game of catch up to play. Here's the sign I've been waiting for. It's the turn off to Mungawhai. So just keep looking ahead of that countryside out there too. It's absolutely lovely. But here's the likely lads, all there waiting for me. So from the main road through to Mungawhai, it's only about 18 k's, and it's a cracking little road. It's not a lot of tight stuff, but these lovely sweeping corners, and the road itself is in good condition, and again the scenery is pretty good, easy on the eye. And there's our first glimpse of Mangawhai. The water down there with the mangroves in there, and then across the causeway we go. And there's quite a bit of current there on the left hand side, so the tide is on the make. So there's quite a bit of water being shifted through there. And here's Mangawhai Township itself. Little T section we're going to run through here. This place is normally fairly quiet, but in the summer is absolutely heaving. So I pulled across here, just pulled up for a minute or two so Helen could catch up, which wasn't very long. And the team were waiting for me around the corner here. So we all joined up, gave them a wave. Get them rolling, and now we're off to Mangawhai Heads, which is only a couple of minutes away. We're coming over towards Mangawhai Heads now. We were in for quite a surprise. Back in the day when you went off to a Christian camp, it was like Nissen huts and old bunk beds, and the kitchen and dining areas were a bit like a very old army mess. But we were in for a very, very pleasant surprise here. And this is Moyers Point Christian camp, and you've got a team of people want to come up for a wee retreat, or even just a small conference or something like that. Absolutely ideal place, as you'll see from the photographs. And there's the kitchen and part of the dining area. There's bedrooms either end with en-suites, and very luxurious, very, very tidy indeed. And the view is pretty good. There's the heads out there. So yeah, we were very, 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 very pleased. Top marks for that one. And there's Gary doing duty, and a good duty it was too, cooking our dinner with lots of, I hope, helpful advice from Pine Tree and Dreadnought. And the girls just chilling out. So leave a like if you like what you've seen, and hit the subscribe and the bell button, of course. But remember, ride free, and of course, God bless.